Know each other, by the way? Oh, fun. Okay, so this is like a new memory you guys are making together. The random, not so volunteered, picked by your peers. Cool, let's try something else. Might have got a little bit ahead of ourselves with the 18. Thank you. I definitely won't forget that, Mason. Do you know how to solve this?
I don't.
There you go. Listen, are those sneezes? Who was that? That was amazing. What was that sound? Like someone just speaking in tongues right now. Mason, this is what you do. Right now, we're not going to try to accomplish anything, okay? We're just going to be present in this moment. I just want you to think about the fact that you're here, that you have a new friend, Heather. I just want you to start mixing that up, okay? Don't even try and solve it. Just start twisting it and turning it. A second ago, Heather, I had you write down a number on here because we were trying to guess what he circled. This time I don't want you to try and write anything, okay? What you're gonna do is you're gonna close your eyes and just slowly and smoothly, you're just gonna kind of let the chalk take over. Sometimes people treat this like anger management and they're like, I'm like, I don't know what you're mad at. This is a magic show and you're getting paid. So, you're just gonna close your eyes, slowly just let the chalk take over. Like when you're a kid, right? And you just kind of you're not thinking about what you're doing. So you're gonna take that chalk, close your eyes. Yep, close them. And just go ahead and squiggle. There we go, nice and slow. That's great, perfect. That's a work of art that I probably maybe could sell. People like weird art stuff. Cool. How you doing there with the Rubik's Cube, Mason?
Not much progress.
Not much progress? Well, that's good. You weren't supposed to make progress. Does anyone know how to solve a Rubik's Cube by any chance? No one? Okay. So, put yours there. You're just going to start mixing, doing the same thing. Mason, your job is to do the same thing that she just did. You're just going to scribble. You know, close your eyes. You're not going to try and solve anything. Yeah, just keep mixing. Take that. Close your eyes, Mason. Close them. Just scribble away. Nice and slow. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, that's a good swirl. And that, I think, is good. Mason, I think you just redeemed yourself. See, I told you that connection sometimes starts in simple moments and appreciating things, being able to look deeper. When Heather scribbled, she scribbled this. And then Mason, in his finest hour, scribbled this. Pretty close. So hold on, because I think we can take this further. Look. Are you done mixing that? You want to do one more turn? You're good? Not one more turn, you're going to leave it just like that. I'm not going to touch or do anything. Check this out, if you guys can see this. You guys mix these cubes to match the same on one side, on two sides, on three sides. She's going to be making sure that you guys can see everything happening here on the camera. Yeah. She's just going to aim it at herself. That's fine. She always likes to give the disclaimer that she's not an actual camera person, so if it's shaking, just give her grace, guys. Cool, here's what's going to happen. And I forgot your name, Muscles. I'm just going to call you Muscles. What's your name? Tyrone, I know that. I was just kidding. Tyrone, I have here a box of memories, okay? These are just different photographs of simple moments in my life. Why are you? There we go. I was like, why are you so far away? Tyrone, these are Polaroids of different moments in my life, simple moments, special moments that I would say are magic moments in my life. For those of you guys who don't know what Polaroids are, what photos are, this is basically like Instagram, but when people actually cared. And so I have some random things here, like getting my first dollar bill. You guys remember when you're young, getting $1, how exciting that was? And now we find $1 and we're like, what do I even do with this? Does anyone here have $1 by any chance? Can you guys get out? If you have a $1 bill, can you get those out? We're going to do something with those. I'm going to have you guys bring them up to the stage. Just throw them on the stage. I'm really being serious. We're going to use those for later. All of a sudden, no one has dollar bills. Yeah, bring them up. Come on, we're going to put them on the stage. We're going to use those. Yeah. Like, yeah, so stand. Yeah. Like, I can't levitate them here. Bring them on up. You guys, yeah, there we go. Give it up for the first man doing it, yeah. And while you do that, we'll go through a couple more of these. We have someone sitting around the table playing games. Some of you guys have bingo cards. Some of you guys have Uno cards. We're going to get to those later as well. We have a bunch of other pictures here, Tyrone. Here's what's going to happen. Tyrone, you're going to take those. Look at that. Man, yesterday they gave so much more money than you guys. But that's fine. We don't need a whole ton of them. But that's probably good. Or as much as you guys want to give. Yeah, thank you guys. Give it up for the dollar donators. The world's weirdest fundraiser. More people are coming with dollars. There we go. Oh, sir, it's more weird when you throw it, for some reason. Cool. Okay, Tyrone, so you have all these photos here. I want you to turn them over. And let's do this. You're going to put one back in here without looking. Yeah, another $1. Just go ahead and put one in this. Yep, go ahead and throw it in there. And let's do a second one, actually. Cool. Now, Tyrone, the reason that I needed you to have souls is because you have a job right now for the rest of the show, okay? I'm going to have you sit down. And, Tyrone, your job is to make sure that nobody touches this box, that no one looks at this box, that no one peeks at the photos that you just chose, okay? You can sit in your seat, but listen, if someone tries to come near this and mess with these, I give you permission to just punch them in the face, okay? Because then it's like, then I don't get sued, you do. So, cool, give it up for Tyrone, our security. Make sure no one touches those as I can. So Tyrone picked 2 photos here. One of them is Candyman's cell phone, actually. Oh, there we go. I know this seems random, but actually Candyman was like notorious for pocket dialing people. You guys ever got a butt dial? And you're like, did you mean to call me? And then you just hear their pants swishing. So this is what Candyman does literally all the time, which is why I have this. And the next one, also very fitting, as I've been talking about Candyman. This is Carrie and Candyman. Carrie is reading the Bible to Candyman. This is one of the simple things I thought my sister was adjusting the photo for me. This is one of the simple things that my wife would do that was really, really cool. And as we talk about simple things being able to make an impact, and Carrie, you can take that camera. There we go. As we talk about simple things making an impact, this is one of the great things that is possible, right? It didn't take money. It didn't take anything extravagant. It was just my wife just sitting down with the Bible and reading some scripture for these guys. And what I love, Tyrone, is that you didn't know I was going to talk about Candyman. You just so happened to pick the pictures that had to do with the story that I'm telling you guys. And Tyler, if you can come up here because I want to show you guys something. Gun on the table. Up here is this box. It's been on this table this whole time. CM for Candyman. And you picked Candyman's phone and Carrie reading the Bible. And inside this box is Candyman's phone and Candyman's Bible. Now the reason this is important and the reason that I even have these 2 objects is because I remember the last time we went down to Skid Row to visit Candyman. And we were looking for him. He wasn't in his normal spot. And one of the guys told us, one of his friends was like, hey guys, I'm so sorry. We found Candyman last night. He was on the side of the road. He was bleeding. Ambulance came and got him. And that was the last time we saw Candyman. Candyman passed away that night. And for me, this was like such a big hit because I'm like, man, all these incredible memories, all these reminders of the simplicity of life and how powerful it is. And, you know, I always had these visions of like one day maybe we'd get to do some things together and he could be on the stage and he'd be sharing his story and maybe could write a book and we could just share of all the things we've learned over the years. And we never got to do that. Actually, Candyman never got to see Carrie and I get married. A lot of the homeless guys, they were there for our wedding. It was super fun. But Candyman didn't get to be there. Probably the person who we wanted there the most. Candyman never got to see me win America's Got Talent, one of the most fun and amazing parts of my life. He never got to meet our boys. My wife and I both have 2 boys who we adopted. And never got to meet them. We'll never get to see me stand on a stage like this and perform for amazing people like you guys. And I started to question, like, what just happened? What was the meaning of all this? I don't understand. Like, I thought we were changing his life. I thought we were doing things that mattered. And all of a sudden, I realized that in that mess, part of this narrative in my head was correct, and part of it was a bit off. And the reason it was off was because Candyman got to do one of the most amazing and powerful things that any human could do while he was alive. Something that I hope to do every single day. And that is to sit there as a human with nothing, with no money, with no resources. He got to see, he got to watch what God is able to do with nothing. Candyman single-handedly helped me get back on track, reminded me of who I was, of what my purpose was, got to know me, not for the things that I do on stage, but for who I am off the stage. A part of me that a lot of people don't really get to see or know, right? There's a small amount of people who truly, truly know me and do life with me, and Candyman was one of those people. He did life with me day in and day out and reminded me of the importance of what I had as a human being to offer, not with my skills and my hands and my voice, but with me as a person. What Candyman got to see is what God is able to do with something that is seemingly worth nothing. What he can do. Candyman transformed the course of my life. And it's something that I would argue all of us are able to do. Because if a man with no money and no resources, no place to lay his head, if that man is able to set a human being back on track and help him walk out the God-given purpose that he has, maybe all of us with the money and resources that we have can do far greater. Maybe the excuses we make for ourselves every day aren't really that big of a deal. The excuses we make, like, well, I don't have enough money, I don't have a big enough following. Maybe one day when I'm established, when I got a bigger space to share, whatever, like, maybe our ability to create impact starts right now, with no excuses. Our ability to step into the life of a person and change something. And this is what's so amazing and powerful about this. This couple that stepped into my parents' lives and helped get them back on course, they didn't only transform the future of my parents. My parents then, as they got healthy, raised me and my sister to understand what it looked like to love people. And it completely transformed my sister and I's future. And then now my wife and I, we have two beautiful boys who we've adopted. We fight every day to remind them of what God is able to do with brokenness, to show them how we get to live out a life of impact. And again, not just with the things we do on stage, but the things we do off stage, the things we do in our home when no one's looking, the times that really matter. This couple that stepped into my parents' lives, they didn't just change my parents, they changed generations of a family. Because they were just willing to show up and say yes. Because they had eyes to see hope when the rest of the world didn't. You guys have no idea the people that you encounter every single day, the impact and the legacy that you're able to leave, not only for them, but for generations after them. Me and what I got to do on America's Got Talent, I didn't win America's Got Talent. This was not the fruit of my labor. The fruit of what came from America's Got Talent, that's the fruit of people like Candyman, people like the couple who stepped into my parents' lives, people like you guys who every day get to be a part of someone's life who might be the next person to make a great impact on the planet. You guys have that ability. And we can't always control the cards that life deals us, right? Sometimes life gets messy. Listen, here's the thing about magic, guys, is it never really goes away. You just have to know where to look. Because inside this envelope is this note, but there's also something else. There's our K, and there's our A. See, magic never really goes away. You just need to know where to look, which is why I think this note might be for some of you guys. I'm going to read this. This note says, the magic you create starts the day you were born, and if you let it, it can carry through this very moment and continue long after you're gone. The choice to make that happen is yours. See, for a lot of us, we've forgotten that we have that choice to impact people's lives. We've forgotten that maybe the things in our lives can connect deeper than we even realize. Maybe we do have something valuable to offer the world and the people we encounter. And maybe there's still more. We've looked at every single piece of this, but there's still one element that's kind of been unresolved. But what if we put all this together? So you pick this K, you pick this A. If I put this K here and this A here, we end up with something very different. This is K, 7342631A. The one thing that's unresolved, you guys were kind of disappointed, was this moment. The moment when you thought for something magical to happen, you thought this bill needed to increase in value. You thought that something needed to change for a magic moment to happen. And sometimes, like the most magical things in our lives have been right in front of us the entire time. They've been right at our fingertips. Everything today has been super random, and yet you know what makes every bill in the world unique? The zero in the world. K7342631A. Every single moment in your life has the potential to become something far more life-changing than you could ever imagine. It just takes a willingness to be who God has called you to be, to do what you were created to do. The magic is in each and every one of you guys. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much again for having me, Tim. You guys are amazing. My name is Dustin. Thank you guys again so much for having me. God bless you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much.